Welcome back to Taste Tested Kitchen. Today I'll show you how to make a flavorful pot roast on a budget. Here's what you'll need. 5-pound chuck roast, kosher salt, fresh ground pepper, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 yellow onions cut into sections, 6 to 8 carrots quartered, 4 cups of beef broth, 1 tablespoon of dried rosemary. Start off by generously sprinkling salt and pepper on both sides of the roast. This will help create the crust when we sear the meat before we put the roast into the oven. Over medium-low heat, place a large Dutch oven or cast iron pan and pour in the olive oil. Now take the roast and sear each side. Make sure you see brown and not gray on the meat. Creating that brown sear on the meat is going to give the roast really good flavor. Preheat your oven to 275 degrees while the meat is cooking. Make sure to get an even sear on the entire roast. Place it to the side on a cutting board or a plate. Now add the onions and the carrots into the Dutch oven and cook them for about 2 to 3 minutes until you start seeing some color in them. Now slowly add your beef broth, scraping the bottom to get all those flavorful brown bits off the bottom of the pot. The broth is going to give this dish even more flavor. Place the roast on top of the vegetables, making sure it's not fully submerged in the broth. Sprinkle the rosemary on top along with salt and pepper. That's going to make a crust on the top of the roast while it cooks. Place your covered roast in the oven for 6 to 7 hours. When you take your roast out, you'll notice that beautiful caramelized crust on top. The juices are bubbling around the sides. And when you take a fork to the meat, it falls apart. It's so tender and flavorful. I like to serve this with the vegetables that the roast cooked with, along with some crispy oven-fried potatoes. It gives it a nice texture balance and allows you to sop up all of those juices. I love this meal on cold days or just when I need something comforting. Enjoy!